Shemai pawb, hello everybody, welcome to my wild Welsh garden. Well, this is a bit of an extra video this week because a few people have asked me over the while, could they see pictures of the garden as it was when we came? And I've sort of said, yeah, well, I'll see what I can do. But truth be told, the pictures were all stored on an old computer to which I have forgotten the password, and so it won't let me in. And I did think I'd stored them on a data stick somewhere, but could I remember where I'd put it? You know, you put things in a safe place and then you forget where you've put them. Anyway, I found it. So I've got the pictures from the day that we visited. We did our house visit, you know, and we were looking at houses, buying houses, looking to buy a house. And that was in October 2017. And the thing to remember is that October at the top of the Swansea Valley is pretty grim. And today's the beginning of May and it's a lovely sunny day. So obviously the garden is going to look better in the sunshine. But I think the contrast is it's a lot more than just the weather. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. This is the photograph that I took from the upstairs window. And this is what it looks like now. This photograph was taken from the steps looking up the garden towards the greenhouse. And this is pretty much the same view. Yeah, it's changed a bit. Because I did read somewhere that you shouldn't be able to see all of your garden at once. There should be hidden places and secret places. So that's why the trellis went up. This is the area just in front of the greenhouse, as it looked like then. The camellia is still there, and the hydrangea. And this is where I've got my secret garden. So this is what it looks like now. These are some pictures that I took from on the lawn in front of the greenhouse, over the veg patches and towards the shed. And this is what it looks like now. So the secret garden, the tiny forest, veg patches are still there, and the shed's had a bit of a makeover. And this is what it looked like at the top of the garden, with the wall of my neighbour's workshop and just the bare little breeze block wall along the top of the garden. And this is what it looks like now. This is just a wild area of raspberries and a native hedge. And this is looking in the other direction, to the right at the top of the garden. And this is the view now. Again, just more wildness and native trees, native hedge plants. Apart from this ornamental cherry, of course, which was here already. And this I took from the top of the garden looking back over the pond bed, as I call it now, and the veg patches. And you can't really differentiate, can you, between the patches, the veg patches, and the paths in between. It was just a sea of green. And this is what it looks like now. I've still got the left-hand veg patch, which I've divided into two, and the right-hand one now is where the tiny forest is. And this bed immediately in front is where my wildlife pond is. And that was the view down over the veg patches, right through the front onto the road there. But of course you can't see any of that now because there's so much in the way. And that was the view I took down to the house, and you can just see Roger standing in the doorway. And this is the view now. And this was the photograph that I took looking over towards where I've now got the summer house, and the only bit of the lawn that I kept. And this is what it looks like now. And there's Roger again, inspecting the roof of one of the sheds. Those sheds have gone now. I've only got the stone potting shed left. And this is what it looks like now. You can't see the road because there's the polytunnel in the way, and there's a fence behind the polytunnel. And the sheds have been replaced by another pond. And a wildlife area. And this is what I called the side garden, and it was grass all the way down to the road. But now there's the polytunnel and shrubs and a fence and climbers and another wild area all around the polytunnel. And the very front is going to be a wildflower meadow when all the seeds have germinated. So I've been having a bit of a trip down memory lane really today, looking at those old photographs and editing the video. So it just remains for me to thank you for watching. Thanks for visiting me again in my wild Welsh garden. And back to normal service next week with the usual sorts of videos, and hopefully I'll see you then. Bye! Hwyl fawr!